Hi everybody. I haven't had much to share with you lately and I apologize. It's not that nothing has been going on in my life, but it has not been channel worthy. I'm going through what they call a transformation. And a lot of stuff has been not all that easy to adjust to. And really, you didn't need to see me working my way through that. But it's the kind of things, where it's so painful or disturbing as you're going through it. You deal with your disappointment or your hurt or whatever. And then you get on the other side of it and you see, oh man, I really was letting that hold me back or drag me down. Those limiting beliefs kind of things, the way that we keep ourselves small. So, it hasn't been anything that you needed to see, but I have felt a little bit bad that there hasn't been anything really other than the occasional pick a card on the channel for a while. So I guess I would say I'm back. This one may be of a little bit of interest to you, because it is one of those buzzwords, and I think if you watched any of my videos, I'm not fond of the buzzwords. I'm just not big on the things that become so popular that people start using them without even knowing what's behind them, not even knowing if they apply in the way that they're using them. It's one of my quirks. This one, though, is not just a metaphysical thing, although people, I think, concentrate more on it that are in that spiritual segment. It is life purpose, life mission, not life path as in numerology. We all have a life path number, but why we're on this earth. Because when people become spiritually aware or awakened, another one of those buzzwords, suddenly they're being told that there is a reason they're here other than to just walk the earth, draw breath, have experiences, learn their lessons, and grow. It suddenly becomes something that puts a little pressure on a lot of people. And they're wondering, am I not of use until I find my mission? There are people that put pressure on you. You should be working your mission. And a lot of people have no idea what that mission or that purpose is and start to feel like they're letting down the universe. Well, my discovery, and please keep in mind, anything on this channel is just my process and the things I learned, my aha moments and light bulbs going on over my head, and I share them only because there may be other people that could benefit from parts of what I've discovered. But for me, I have not been obsessed exactly, but I'm no spring chicken, and I'm thinking, what am I missing? What am I supposed to be doing? This channel is teeny tiny. There aren't that many people that come by, and that's okay, because if even one person benefits, it's worth my effort as far as I'm concerned. But it doesn't seem like this is supposed to be some big mission. There must be something more than this. And I have been making some discoveries. So, what if your life purpose or your life mission is not anything that you have to be searching for? What if it isn't about doing something different? What if it isn't about doing at all? What if it's about being who you are? What if you've been on this search and you've been going through so much frustration because you can't figure out what the hell your life mission is, and you've already been doing it just by being you? Because as it turns out, that's what I believe is, at least in large part, mine, is just being me. So some people know that they are star seeds. I think there's a good possibility that I am. I don't know it the way I know some other things, but, you know, there's a good possibility I am. And so I've been starting to pay attention a little bit more to starseed topics. And one of the things I've learned is that the starseeds come here with a particular vibration that they are meant to be sharing, getting out amongst the people. And they may not even be aware that there's anything different about their vibration. You know, they take the same flack from people that others do. Oh, get out of that depression, or get out of that anger or resentment. Those are low vibration emotions. But they actually came here with a very high vibration and may actually find that there are people uncomfortable around them and they don't get it. It's like, what did I do? I'm pretty sure I didn't do anything, and yet that person's acting so uncomfortable around me. It just may be that you have that particular vibration that is actually going to positively influence people, but there are certain people it's not going to mesh with at all because of where they're sitting on the vibration level. And frankly, I'm not big on this vibration thing. You know, eat the right foods and do this and that, and that's the magic. Don't allow yourself to be sad or any of those low vibration emotions. I'm not big on that because I believe that all of our emotions are legitimate, and it's putting too much pressure on people to make them think that they have to be perfect to stay in these high vibrations. Well, I think with the star seeds carrying the special vibration, those things really are not going to impact it in a negative way. It's just something they came with. But it is something meant to be shared. And I'm not exactly sure how it is that it affects others positively. You know, I don't have all the answers. But that could be actually your life purpose. You just wander around and you mingle with people and you are doing your mission. That's your purpose, is to spread that vibration among others. Now, the other thing that I discovered is this magical thing that people call our light. Now, I know it's what light worker term is based on, and again, that's a buzzword, and I'm not really fond of it, you know, and I guess I think that some people use it almost in a snobbish way. I'm a light worker. I'm here with a special job, a special something I'm supposed to do, and you poor thing are not. You know, but again, that's just some people. Of course, it's a special thing to be, but all people are special on this earth. I just don't like the snobbery aspect that I have seen in some people. Aside from that, we hear about this light that we carry. I don't see it. I don't see it in others. I don't know if others see it in me, but I think it is our essence, what beams out from our soul. And the thing is, it's not just the metaphysical thing, you know, like the light workers are thinking it is, because think back. Do you remember in Sunday school? There's a song. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. You know what? That's from the 1920s. And it's a gospel song. So this light has existed for many, 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 many decades. Maybe for centuries. I don't know. But for some of us, the light that emanates is impacting people in a positive way, in ways we don't even have an idea about. It could be that when you're around people and they're anxious, suddenly they're not as anxious. You could have a very calming influence. It could be that when you walk into a room and people have gotten their blood pressure up from arguing, suddenly your energy just brings everything down a notch, and you can help them see other ways of seeing things, and suddenly there isn't so much conflict. It could be that something about your light or your energy, I don't know how to explain it exactly, can take away pain. You know, it's wonderful to me to realize that I actually am participating in my mission, even though I had no clue, just because of this special light that comes from me. And so I wanted to share that, because for a lot of people, this has become a huge pressure, you know, and a feeling that they're failing because they haven't figured out what they're supposed to be doing. And it could very well be, yes, you are. Yes, you are. You're doing what you're supposed to be doing just by being you. Now, maybe you could do more by making sure that you don't let others dim that light, you know, take away from your spark, make you feel small or make you feel less than. You know, for a lot of us, we do that to ourselves. So maybe that's something to be conscious of. And the other thing would be, you know, what I've been doing for the last few years is not sharing my light, whether it's dimmed or not, because I've been living in an isolated fashion. So if my purpose is to be out among people and letting them feel whatever the positive thing is from being around me, and I'm just holed up in my house, then, you know, I'm not really fulfilling my mission. And I can change that. And being aware of it now, hopefully, will get me going in a better direction. But what I wanted to tell you, in case you're thinking, oh, that's bullshit, this light stuff that they talk about, I can't see it, I can't sense it, is that I did an experiment one night. You know, someone had told me several months ago that really my life purpose is to shine my light. And I was kind of like one of those, oh, that's bullshit people. And actually I was offended, because I was thinking your life purpose is some special task, you know, some unique thing that you have to discover and then hone and work really hard at, you know, doing well at, cultivate it. And then it turns out I just have to be me? That can't be right. How could that be my purpose? That's just dumb. But I was at an establishment one night, and there was a bar, you know, where they sold snacks and drinks. And I was standing next to a gentleman, just yakking, waiting for the person behind the bar to come wait on us. She showed up. She turns to the gentleman. She asks him what she can do for him. He tells her, she brings it, he pays for it. We say, nice to visit. And he wanders off. And I'm thinking, now she'll turn to me and take my order. She was gone to the end of the bar without even a nod in my direction. And I thought, what the hell? She's down there visiting with friends. She's not even looking in my direction. I was standing right there. And it's not like it just appeared. I'd been visiting with this gentleman that she had just waited on. And so it came into my mind what this woman had said. Your job is to shine your light. So for the first time, I became conscious of this thing. It wasn't really sure how I'm supposed to shine it, but I do know about intention, and that there's nothing more powerful than our intention. So I got to thinking what this woman had said and how I could experiment with this. And I just almost was thinking that on the exhale, it will be my intention that my light will expand or become brighter, become more visible. So I'm standing there and I'm kind of feeling like an idiot, but I'm working on expanding my light, and all of a sudden, by God, that woman turned and she said, "Oh," and she walked toward me and said, "How are you tonight? How can I help you?" As if I hadn't been standing there for, I'm not kidding, 10 minutes without her even noticing. So there is something to being conscious of it. There is a way to increase it. And so if this could possibly be your life purpose, your mission, when you get around people and you notice agitation, anxiety, conflict, or people not being noticed around you, experiment. Experiment with expanding your light and see what happens. You know, I don't suppose we can be aware of every way that our light might affect people. I don't think we have to be, but it may be useful to just be more aware and to figure out ways that, with intention or otherwise, we can spread it into a larger reach, you know, to affect more people. So if you're one of those people that has been wondering what your life purpose is and you've been getting frustrated, try one of those on. Could it be your vibe? Could it be your light? Can you play with it a little and see if you actually notice that things are happening around you that could have something to do with what you are producing with your efforts? You know, it's just a thought. It was an experiment that I thought would fail, and I was very surprised that it did not. You know, have some fun with it. Oh, and that's the other thing. Your life purpose or your mission is not supposed to be like a job. You know, the drudgery of the daily job. It's supposed to be something you enjoy, something that makes you happy, something that inspires passion in you. So if you're thinking it's got to be some book learning, years invested thing, if it's not something that makes you happy, if it doesn't bring out something in you that feeds your soul, basically, it's probably not your life purpose or your mission. So don't work so hard at it. Don't sweat it so much. Don't worry about it. And kind of try on the idea that maybe you're already fulfilling your life purpose. Maybe you're already doing your thing, you know, and it may be more than one thing, you know. Could be you have a starseed vibe. It could be that you also have this magical light. There's something I'm told that will have to do with healing, but I got to make some discoveries along the way, obviously, because I'm still clueless. But, you know, that's okay. I'm not feeling the pressure anymore. And that's why I wanted to share the video. That's really all I had to say. You know, we make life so hard sometimes, and we don't have to. We're thinking that we have to jump through all these hoops. And on this one, at least, it turns out maybe we don't. Maybe all we have to do is be ourselves. Of course, our authentic selves, and that's not always that easy. I hope this had some usefulness. If not, at least I gave you the cute little yellow stars. I guess that's what they are. You know, me and technology, I enjoy this kind of stuff. I'm kind of corny. And I got kind of tired of dinking with the green screen, especially since it took an incredibly long time and still I couldn't get it right because it showed that little layer of green still. Would drive me crazy. I had fun. I know that I gave it my best shot, but you may be looking at my closet doors pretty much in the future. All right, guys. I hope you have a lovely morning, afternoon, evening, whatever you're at. And I thank you for listening.